Hey Nicole, how you doing? Yeah, let's just go through this real quick. No, nothing really. No. I didn't see many major changes, but a couple of things. This again, the hard thing about the online environment, I think the hardest thing is that a lot of times questions kind of get lost in the translation, as it were. And a lot of times questions aren't even really questions. They're more like a way to remind you that something is amiss. And I've been mentioning this for a while now. This NM, it looks like it's been stretched. Now, I know I've mentioned it at least 3 times, and that's the thing about the online thing is you've never got back to me about it. And I'm almost certain it has been. So one of the really, really key indications is the circle itself. I'm going to guess that one time that was a circle and that you had stretched it to stretch those letters. And that's my bet because I don't recall seeing a font that looks like this. I just don't remember seeing something that tall with an X height that is that high. So I'd be willing to bet that that's been altered. If that's the case, then you should probably change it. If not, I would go. I mean, boy, it's almost like that situation where if it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. But don't kind of like hang between. I mean, make an obvious decision and stick with it. You know what I'm saying? If that's going to be a circle, make it a circle. If it's going to be an oval, make it an oval. But don't skew it as such. I guess is what I'm saying. So I know we talked about that before. And this letter isn't dated. This is a huge. This is going to cost you some points. I'm confident that I can offer you the best design experience and problem. Thank you for your time and consideration. And then you just drop it at that. So this person isn't going to call you back because of this, exactly, because you just kind of drop it at that. I mean, this is telling me that this person isn't a go-getter, isn't aggressive, isn't really hungry. Of course, the other biggest mistake would be to say, you can contact me. Okay, and we've talked about that. Yeah, there's been no changes here, so I'm not going to continue on that. Same thing, same comments. That's not a number 10 envelope. These are basic. Well, actually, it might be. It doesn't look like it, though. It definitely does not look like it. That is not going to fit in that if it's folded, tri-folded. Okay, so looks good. The work looks good. These are. You got to get a grid in here. You have to. And this page is a perfect example. I don't see many changes, but there's your playing field, something like that. Grid it out like that instead of bringing it all the way down here, encroaching on your title area. And that looks like a new piece. And if you've noticed, I'm not commenting that much on the work as I am commenting. That's a freaking great idea right there. That's a good idea. Good job. It's insinuating that that is that. So that's pretty clever. Whenever I do a book cover, I always, even if it was for a design and mock-up, good job getting those in that type of a. That has never been adjusted, so that's a problem area right there. We talked about that, the blown out like white area. Anyways, I was saying whenever I do a book cover or even a mock-up, I'll always do a cover, front cover, inside dust flap, the spine, the back cover, and the inside back dust flap. So that's a really good way to mock up a book. You look good. Again, you're encroaching in your title area there, so watch that playing field, as it were. And then you just stop. Okay, so you section 5B, digital graphics design, and you just stop. Now, I would not use these section numbers in your final portfolio. I mean, that's section 4. This isn't ready to hit the road, I guess is what I'm saying, Nicole, because, I'm going to get this at my desk and I'm going to go, okay, section 2, collateral design. And I'm going to go section 6, electives. Wait a second, why do we go from section 2 to section 6? That doesn't make any sense. And so on. And then we go back to section 2. And then, you see what I'm saying? So name these accordingly the way you want your professional viewer to look at the work. Okay, so section 5B, if you name them chronologically, that's great. If you just call them what they are, like for instance, I would say use the software, what software you use, the name of the project, and just a brief description, maybe the target audience or the general objectives. Other than that, and then you just stop here, no thank you page. You need a thank you page. Remember, you need a credits page as well. Very, very, very important stuff. Both of those are going to cost you some points, especially the credit page. So, all right, awesome job though. I've had fun working with you, and I hope to see you again. And if you need anything, if you need me for anything, since I know your work, I've said this before, I'm here. So, feel free to holler. All right, right on. Thanks, Nicole.